There we go. Recording. Little mouse in there. Yeah. Prop it up. We recording? Dang. I haven't done this in a hot second. Let's make a YouTube video. Alright, so first things first, let's talk about YouTube for a second. So, we just hit 6,000 subscribers on YouTube. Kinda cool. However, as cool as that is, I think it comes with a bit of an apology. Because the last, 1,000 of those subscribers have been with me being pretty much MIA, because I haven't made a video in about a year. For those of you guys that are new, what's up? For those of you guys that have been here for a while, wondering if I'm ever gonna make a video again. You guys probably don't really care if I was ever gonna make a video again, because I'm pretty annoying whenever I am on here. But for those of you guys that have been sitting here and just ghostly subscribed to me, as I haven't made a video, also, what's up? Oh, yeah. But anyways, guys, YouTube's always been something that's always been fun for me to do, and I haven't had a great time to do it. Obviously, like everybody else, this last year's been crazy, and I'm finally at a point in my life where I'm excited to start doing it again. So I figure I've got a lot to show you guys. There's a whole lot going on right now, but let's just start small, and let's talk about the Z for a second. And before we get into the actual video, look at that. Just a full-on booty going on over there. But anyways, you guys remember that tripod thing? Let's see if I remember how to do one of those cool little intro thingies. So hopefully there's some music starting to play now, and then we'll start sliding here in a second. That look okay? Well, let's get the hang on, where's it at? It's in the back. Let's look at that real quick. Let's get this little shackle back up and hop in the car and see if I still remember how to drive an automatic. Alright guys, so I don't know what the title is going to be yet to this video. Something along the lines of how I went from hating the Z to loving the Z in a year, because I've had the car for about a year now. And fun fact, if it wasn't already made obvious by way of me not ever making really any videos with this car, I didn't love it when I first got it, and it didn't love it for a long time, and it wasn't until recently where I kind of started appreciating it a little bit more. And before we get into the car itself, I want to go inside and I want to talk to you about a word that has been very foreign to me until recently. Content. Let me read you the definition of content real fast. In a state of peaceful happiness, or willing to accept a particular thing or satisfied. So I don't mean for this video to get too deep, and we'll keep it a little shallow, but my content, or rather my lack of willingness to be content, is where I have spent the last few years of my life. And I think that's for two reasons. Firstly being, I didn't have a goal, and I've always had good jobs, but I never had a career path. I never had something that I wanted to do, that I wanted to make mine, that I wanted to own, that I wanted to make better. And it wasn't until this year that I actually found that. And I think finding that, actual big picture goal is a good way to put a lot of other things in perspective, because when you have something in the forefront of your life that's very, very important, it makes the other little tangible things that aren't so important actually fall in line behind the important thing, rather than everything kind of being sporadic out in front of you. And what ends up happening is, instead of putting all of your focus and time into one thing to make one thing better, you spread yourself too thin, and then all of a sudden nothing really gets better. And secondly, I think being content is a double-edged sword, right? Because there's being content with and being appreciative of the things you have, and then there's kind of a complacency where you just then no longer have a drive to do anything else. It's, you get to a place where, like, oh, everything I have is good enough. I shouldn't work any harder because everything I am fine with. And I don't think that's correct. But I think what I was content with was the wrong thing. I think there's being content with your life, and then there's being content with the things in your life. And I think I was content with my life. I was content with my job. I was content with kind of just going through the motions. But I wasn't content with the things in my life. I wanted the next car. I wanted the next this. I wanted this and this and this and this and this, all these physical things. I wanted all of this stuff really fast. But I didn't want to change my life. I just wanted more stuff. Right, and I think that's where I flipped this year. Was now I'm just hungry to grow. Right now I'm hungry to make my life better. I'm hungry to grow in my career. I'm hungry to just kind of change my life in the sense of I want to just start building myself and taking over the world, essentially. And then the things in my life have kind of taken a backseat. Yes, they're still important. I still love cars. I still love motorcycles. I still love traveling. I still love all of that stuff. But those have now become a secondary thing behind kind of the driving force for me to kind of just better my overall life. So don't want to harp too much on that, even though I think I already did. So let's kick back to the car and we'll actually talk about the Z, and then we'll wrap this video up. So piggybacking off of what I said back inside the apartment, which is fun behind the scenes. I haven't filmed that part yet, so I don't quite know what I said, but when you guys see it, it's all going to be one big thing, and it's all going to hopefully make sense. But kind of where I'm at with the Z now is, hopefully I've given you guys enough backstory in my little rant inside, but where I'm at with the Z now is I'm in a great place. I've got a great career that I'm working on, and I guess partly of what I've always done was compare myself to other people. On YouTube you see other people have cool cars, all of my friends have cool cars, and you start down that rabbit hole of wanting what somebody else has, or not feeling like you have the coolest thing or the most relevant thing, and it kind of sucks sometimes. But really kind of becoming content with my life and becoming content with my car has made me appreciate this car a whole lot more. And there's going to be cooler cars coming, and that's all going to come in time at the right time. But I think that's the biggest lesson I've learned this year, is nothing's going to happen exactly when you want it to happen. Everything's going to happen at the exact right time it's supposed to happen, and you, as the person that it's happening to, have to learn to be okay if that's not exactly the timing that you had in mind. And that's kind of the lesson I've been having to teach myself over this last year. Was I'm going to get a cooler car. I'm going to get a different car. The Mustang, as much as I loved that little white Mustang, went away for the right reasons, and the Z is here for the right reasons, and whatever's going to come next is going to happen for the right reason. So I'm super excited about what's to come. I'm super excited to actually enjoy this car now, and I'm super excited to be able to play with it a little bit. I got to autocross it a couple weeks ago, and it did really well, and it was a lot of fun. And you know what? It's kind of a cool car, because I get it, they're not the most technologically advanced cars because they made the same car from 2009 to 2020, but because they didn't make many of them, because nobody bought many of them, you don't see many of them on the road. So it's what's funny is all the Mustangs I've had, 5 of them now, I've gotten more compliments on this car than I've gotten on all of those Mustangs put together. And just because it looks a little bit different, and it's a little cool, and it's a little just not something that you see every day. So again, I've said this a million times, and I'm going to keep saying I will have a Mustang again. I will, but not until the time is right. And right now, the timing's just not right. Right now, in this car, the timing is perfect. I love this car for what it is. It does exactly everything that I want it to do right now. And I've got a couple other things that I want to show you guys. But I figure I was either going to make one big video showing you guys everything new that's happened at once, or I figure I can just make, we'll break it up into one video at a time. Start small because I haven't made a YouTube video in a little while. So anyways, yeah, that's how we're going to do it. The Z's good. The Z is here to stay for until the timing is right to get rid of it. And I may never even get rid of it. I'm having a lot of fun with it. I don't owe much money on it. It's almost paid for. And I love the way it looks, love the way it sounds, love the way it drives. And so, you know, regardless of what I get next, this car might not go anywhere. But I'm excited to play with it. I'm excited to do a little, I don't want to do a whole lot to it, but I've got a couple little ideas of things I want to do to it. And, but mostly with 2021, I just hope I can get back into the car world a little bit. I think with COVID and everything that's gone on, everything's been so, you know, social distant, if you will, and haven't gotten to go do a whole lot of car stuff. So going autocrossing was rejuvenating, we'll call it that. So thank you guys for watching. Hopefully we can start making some more videos again. Hopefully I can convince myself to start making some more videos again, and let me know what you guys want to see. And I have a couple other toys that I'm going to show you, but we'll save those for a later video. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Feels pretty cool to say that. Goodbye. Wait, hold on, before we go, I haven't gone fast for you guys in a minute. Let's point her straight here, or kick it sideways. Still a fun car. Okay, goodbye.